Hello there, Commonwealth from here. Over the last week we have seen more and more questionable content from YouTubers who come with very bold claims of news and leaks regarding the game we're all waiting for. The sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Title reveal in September Direct confirmed. New gameplay leaks. This along with far more claims. And let me just say it straight out. No, there's been no leaks regarding this game, only a 100% controlled marketing campaign, along with mandatory to publish patents, which were discovered and covered extensively December last year, including by us. I'm going to say straight out, patents are not leaks, but information provided by, you guessed it, Nintendo. So everyone claiming that this material is a new leak in the title of their videos with an exclamation mark is simply wrong. Secondly, there's no news until Nintendo reveals it. So be sure to leave a like, subscribe and press the notification bell, and let's share the truth of this entire Breath of the Wild 2 news, leak and so on situation. As at this point, only the Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD Switch reveal should be treated seriously, as the rest are plain rumors coming from one source. Claiming that the title reveal is coming this September is not a leak, it is a guess, mainly for one simple reason. If it will be leaked information, then where's the title? And no answer. Always no answer. That is exactly the issue with these sort of videos and rumors, that they can never be titled as leaks, since there are no leaks. And the reason is simple. Nothing is more protected at Nintendo than the next installment of The Legend of Zelda. That was the case with Breath of the Wild, and is the case with Breath of the Wild sequel. Based on the gameplay potential of this sequel, we have managed to guess our way to key reveals in the past, but none of this had leaked beforehand, as we only followed the logical process of how to expand this game and also where the Zelda team would go from here to reach the conclusions we are at. Hence why we don't use the leak in the title of any of our videos. It is dishonest and wrong toward all of you who are waiting for the reveals that can only come in a major Nintendo Direct. At least in the past it was limited to E3, the Game Awards and one Nintendo Switch presentation when it came to Breath of the Wild. But when it comes to the sequel, and with E3 2022 cancelled and with it no E3 Nintendo Direct this year, the 2022 September Direct might be the replacement and might be more concentrated than usual, including games that usually don't show up or get revealed in September Directs. Yes, Zelda Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD and Breath of the Wild 2. Hence why you see all of these videos popping up right now, since this September right here is our E3 replacement for the first big first-party reveals and updates. It is also the last traditional chance in the year to see Breath of the Wild in 2022, seeing that Nintendo has pretty much pulled out from the Game Awards after Reggie Fils-Aimé left Nintendo of America in 2019. Instead, they're just sponsoring the event. And thus, a lot is in the balance before Tokyo Game Show opens on September 15th. The reason is that every September Nintendo Direct during the Switch generation has taken place before the opening of Tokyo Game Show, even when Nintendo is not attending. Including last year when Tokyo Game Show opened on September 30th. Hence, the very late 2021 Nintendo Direct was on Thursday, September 23rd. Yes, the pandemic is still treated very seriously in Japan, but to be completely honest, that didn't prevent Nintendo from hosting a Nintendo Direct in September last year and February this year. Instead, what has kept Breath of the Wild 2 gameplay away, apart from the 7 seconds of footage in the delay announcement, was the cancellation of Digital E3 2022. With that, it has to be said that Nintendo skipped Gamescom, but returned with a physical booth at PAX West, and this is in particular a very key sign that Nintendo is back to regular business, or the normal that we are used to. They were just waiting for September to arrive, and back in business means that they have a massive backlog of announcements that didn't show up when E3 was cancelled. Games that Nintendo has been holding out, and most of all, Zelda reveals that have not leaked since they are more protected than anything else at Nintendo. Because of this security, as of the upload day of this video, we have gone over 165 days since anything Breath of the Wild 2 last surfaced. With that said, I for one believe that the time is right for the title reveal in the coming week, but I'm not gonna say that it's going to happen in advance. I'm just saying that it will be the right moment to do it. And in this regard, I agree with Jeff Grubb, but I'm not sure if I can believe the leak or not until we are right there. By the end of Tokyo Game Show, we'll be half a year away from the spring 2023 launch window, so less than we have gone since the announcement of the delay in the end of March 2022. Yes, we're reaching that point in time, and with half a year left on the clock, the actual name of the game will greatly help in generating interest. The same goes with repeating the marketing moves from Breath of the Wild, specifically sharing concept art of Link, and more interestingly for us, the sky and underground. Something that both Jasqreate and Ganon Doodles have done great work on so far, so a big shout out to them. The second thing is that for some reason we're still missing actual gameplay with HUD and Link's heart/health in the top left corner. So much so that my assisting Zelda editor Richard, who edited this video, made a template to place over the so-called gameplay footage so far. We've been doing your work, Nintendo, especially with the animations and gameplay provided by the incredible Naomiii and Noodles, who have made this wait so much easier. After all, there's just so much we can do with less than 3 minutes of actual footage over 3 years, so 1 minute for each year. And waiting for year upon year for more footage to the follow-up of the game that made this channel is really painful, especially when we see how much footage Pokemon fans have received since the delay of Zelda in the build-up to their big open-air adventure, Scarlet and Violet. And why am I saying this? As the beginning of spring 2023 is barely 4 months away from November 18. So we're not talking about a year difference here, at least we hope we aren't, since say what you want about the visuals of recent Pokemon games, they do release as promised. Open-air Zelda games don't. Joking aside, there's no excuse to keep the title away for any longer or gameplay from the game, as we know about the 3 layers that we'll play in, the trinity of main characters, and who's the hero and villain of the 20th Zelda game. We all want to see more of Zelda's Japan, I mean Skylayer, and teasers of what sort of gameplay we can expect here beyond skydiving and running. There's a gameplay revolution here in the making, as the patterns are hinting at it and giving us stickman illustrations of it. It is just that we need something more Link-like, and then I mean something more than just the brilliant animations that Monster Maze made, but actual gameplay from the game. See, it is us, the Zelda tubers and fans, that have kept this hype alive and provided new content to grant a placebo effect before the actual title and gameplay of the game is delivered. All of us do this out of love for the franchise, and most of all of you who have been waiting and waiting. And yes, we have played other games in the build-up since the time in June 2019 when I stood outside the office where Breath of the Wild 2 is still under development. So right now, it's not time for exclusively brilliant, though still Zelda distractions, but rather both distractions and new information about the 20th Zelda game. No more excuses, it is time to deliver the good Zelda team, and it has been over 6 years since the last title reveal of a The Legend of Zelda game, so hopefully this September we will get it. We need hope in these trying Zelda times, and another remake/remaster port is not that, well, not exactly, but trailer, gameplay, and the title of the 20th The Legend of Zelda game. Well, I mean those in the timeline, since we don't talk about the unholy Triforce of Philips, Rush Zelda, or Dutch Zelda as I sometimes call it. I'm sincerely sorry, Monster Maze. Anyway, that is all for this hopefully last Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 dedicated video we upload before we get the actual title of the game, or at least see more of it in a Nintendo Direct this September. Unless the title is Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, which will bring a big laugh out of me, bigger than the Steve in Smash 1. Until then, I'm keeping my champion Lick tuning off as promised, but we'll have it right next to me until we see new footage and gameplay of The Legend of Zelda, final title for Spring 2023 release, revealed. So please share your storm on this whole storm during the silence before the storm leak situation in the comments down below, as I will gladly join into the discussion between working on other videos. If you haven't already, then be sure to leave a like, subscribe and press the notification bell, as we might be days away from the big Zelda blowout, and then you know where to be. Right here at the Commonwealth Front with our Zelda videos, as I've been holding back so many until we have the title. Soon, hopefully really soon. Last but not least, a big thanks goes to all of you watching and to all our patreon.com/commonaround patrons, and in particular our role producer Chalshash. You rock, and please enjoy one or both of these 2 awesome videos.